I'm feeding her.
Well, you're holding it a little crooked and she's a little sideways.
She's fine like this. I'm feeding her.
Put a box over there. Can y'all see that? That came, it's an Amazon box. It's got Chia's canned food in it. So it's heavy and it won't give way underneath her. Well, she don't weigh hardly nothing. But it gave her, because she's starting to, like, she will stand here and climb. Her feet will be up here on that tongue. So I put that box in there so she could start practicing, you know, the up to this and up to that and do the little goat things, like a little exercise. Oh, get up, Katie. Katie and Honey have been fighting all of it. She slipped down. Get up, get up. I keep waiting for her to get sleepy and be still. Nope, she's up. she's starting to do that stuff. She pulled her diaper off. She went underneath this. She came out underneath here. And when her body came out, her diaper stayed underneath there. And I haven't put it back on. Rohan knocked her bottle off, and I hadn't picked it up yet. Look at that. She knows that's her bottle. She's like, how am I going to get this? If I go this way, if I go this way. Oh my gosh. It's too funny.
I'm feeding her.
Well, you're holding it a little crooked and she's a little sideways.
She's fine like this. I'm feeding her. I'm feeding her.
All right, I'm going to straighten her. Let's get your mustard pack from your... Okay, that's it. Pull it back. She's drank it.
I feed her.
How'd it go?
Good.
It went good?
Mm.
She eat it all?
Yeah.
Let me see the bottle. Hold it up. Is it empty?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. She wants more. She pulls her diaper off. There's another diaper over there. So I bought extra smalls because she's a goat and she's long-waisted. It didn't... Alexa, turn off the timer. It was tended to hang back just a little bit up. You've seen her in the video. It's just a little bit back on her back hips or hind part. And it come off really easy. So we were gifted this bag of smalls. They tend to fit her a little better, except for the tail hole is so big that it'll catch all of her TT, but it's not going to catch any poop. But she gets out of it too. It's sitting over there. I don't know how she got it off, but she's pretty awesome at getting diapers off. And she doesn't walk as good in them. Hello, little lady. Hello, little lady. But yeah, I called her Mary once or twice, and I know daggum well she's Katie. But at the time when I did it, I was thinking about Merry and Pippin in Lord of the Rings when they had that little conversation about breakfast and second breakfast and elevensies and luncheons and afternoon tea. All right, I just finished feeding this little lady. It's she won't leave me alone because she thinks she's gonna get it some more. It is 3 o'clock. I was able to go outside and get a few things done out there. It's been hard to work out there on my back deck, having her. I know it's only been 4 days, but it's been hard to get anything done because I'm constantly checking on her and making sure Levi's not messing with her. I hate her to be in here. I don't even think she's happy when she's in here because she's had so much free run. But I have to put her in there to keep her safe. So she just ate. I'm fixing to go back out and show y'all what I've been doing out there. Give y'all a little bit of I'll probably just put whatever I do out there, whatever I show y'all on with a little bit of, I've got like 3 or 4 little snippets of her today. She's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna put her back in here. And that way she can do her thing in here. And she just ate, so she may pee and she may poop in a minute. So at least she'll be confined to this area. See that? Did y'all just hear that? She'll do that. She'll start crying like you would a baby if you put them down when they don't want to be down. She's locked up and she don't like it. I'll be back in a minute. I'll try putting the diaper back on you. Yes, ma'am. And then I'll let you out. Okay? When I come back in. But not right now. Little tongue. Little tongue. Okay.
Not right now, you little tongue.
Yeah. She got a little tongue, Levi. Okay, I don't know what we left off with the last time. I've got this side done. This is just hanging over. It's a piece of green wire. The little squares, but it was just a leftover piece. I've got this side done. I will put some of this greenery down here. I want to try to find a small one with these little white flowers. I would like to keep this and go ahead and put another piece of it down here. But it comes on these big, on this stretch out stuff. I don't know what you call that. I can't think. Anyway, so let me show y'all. I took the screen off. You know, remember it just unhooks up here and right there, and the whole section comes out. And I put the wire across the screen. And then out here, I found an old window with no glass on Marketplace, and I went and got it. And I cut it out and I put it right there. So I'm really happy with that. And there's a wire over the top, and the trim around the window covers the wire edges. So I still need to put trim here, and I need to put trim here, but I can't do that until I finish this up here and this piece here, and then I can trim the rest of it. But right now the window is trimmed and I love it. I love how this is looking. All right, so what I've decided to do about that, this is a tablecloth, the clear plastic tablecloth. What I'm going to do is use some of that cedar and build a frame the exact size of the window and staple this in it. And I know it may sound like, oh, that's just a bunch of work to do. It really won't be. Once this is done, it's done. And then I can just sort of set it behind something or whatever. And when it's raining, I'm going to put a couple of hooks up there and a couple of hooks on the window up there, just like cup hooks. And then on this frame with this, it'll be like glass, but it's not glass, it's plastic. I will put a couple of those picture hanging. They're like little triangles, and you attach them for pictures. Like you can get those little picture kits for hanging pictures on your walls. So I'll put a couple of them, and I'll hang it when we're having storms. Now, not just regular everyday straight down rain. I mean storms. Or I'll just simply put a couple of screws in each side and screw it on every time. That may even be simpler. And only when it's storming. So this T111 siding will be up here, and it will also be right here. And when that's done, all of this gets trimmed out and with the cedar. So let me move around to the other side. I love this window, and I can't wait till the rest of the house starts going that direction, being red. And that's when I get this done, that's what I plan to do. Getting closer to summer, when we're getting, like today, it's a rainy day. It's sporadic. You don't know. 1 minute it's raining, 1 minute it's not. Got to get all clean. I just can't wait to get it all cleaned up and looking nice. Let me show you what I'm doing around front. Okay, it's hard to actually tell. I don't know if y'all can tell. There's a piece of trim right there, cedar trim. It's actually got little splatters of white paint on it. You can't see it from here very good, but because all this cedar came out of Jake's house when him and Lissa started redoing it into the black and white theme. I've got visitors right there. Goats knocked this over, knocked that over. Oh my gosh, my goats. And I got another one in the house, gonna join them one day. Okay, so I've got my first picket up there. I chopped off the little dog ear end. I set it up there, and I traced just down 3.5 inches on each one of the rafters and slid it in. The problem was when I did that, I didn't even realize and didn't think about it. It put it above. Can you see that? The wire's right below that. So that is not holding the wire. So I had to go get another piece of cedar and put it up there underneath, and that's holding the wire, which is fine. It's just, there's no way I could afford to buy a cedar 1x8. That would be so expensive. You have no idea, because cedar is so expensive. So using this scrap stuff that I've already got is working, and the little pickets weren't that expensive. And then I put a piece running down this side, screwed to it, and that's holding all the wire, and I'm going to slowly work my way down. She just ate. As soon as she lays back down in there, then I'll come back and do another section. And so yeah, I'm really happy with how this is looking. I still have to do the trim running along the bottom, but I want to get this all done first and sort of work my way down. A reason I finished out this end, because I wanted to make sure the 1x4 was going to work underneath it, holding the wire, and it was going to look good right here. I'm happy with how it's looking, and I can't wait to get it done. It's just like the last few days have been, it's just a wreck in there. But the last few days, hold on. So anyway, it's just been busy. It's been busy. When Daddy gave me her, and then it was just like every couple hours giving her a little bit to eat and to get that strength going for her, get her to build her strength. And I was doing the chores, you know. I was feeding the animals and then coming back in and dealing with her, and then feed the animals, come back in and deal with her, are just the necessities. I ran to the feed store one day. Yesterday, my goats, I needed to go to the feed store. I needed to get bird seed, and I went ahead and got a bag of feed for the goats. And cause I mix bird seed. I mix my chicken feed. It's got bird seed, it's got scratch, it's got corn. I mix all that together. Anyway, I come out and I poured Molly her feed. And normally when I'm going to take stuff to the feed room, I lock all the goats in the lane up here, Molly's lane. I call it Molly's lane. I lock them all in and I close that big green gate, and they can't go out there into the pasture. Therefore, I can do all I want to do all over that area, by the pond, by the feed room, in front of Tony's house. I can do anything I want. There's no goats going to bother me. So I come out and I feed Molly, and then I'm thinking, well, I need to lock the goats up. Otherwise, I'm going to have to fight with them when I get home. I'd rather just do it now, so when I get home, I don't have to come home. I just go straight on around. Because to get back there, I have to go in front of Tony's. That's where the gate is to get into the pasture. And then I'm thinking, well, they're going to bother her while she's eating. So what I did was got them a feed can of feed, and I did a trail. I don't like to feed them on the ground, but I did a trail of feed on the ground right inside the yard, my yard. And then I opened that side gate, and they all come running in. Everything's good. Close the side gate, close the green gate. Molly can't get out of the lane. The goats are in the yard. I closed the gate here to the deck so they couldn't get on it. There's nothing for them to mess with out here because I have no plants right now except for my ferns, but they're pushed back here on the picnic table. I don't have nothing to worry about, right? Goats, 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 goats. So I get home. Y'all may be able to see it. I'm going to turn the camera. Hold on. I have zoomed in as far as I can zoom in. There is a post. Let me see if I can get my finger right there. There's a post. You cannot hardly see it because I know it blends in with the background. It is broke at the bottom, at the dirt. I'm probably 100% sure the goats probably did that. But what they did was reared up on that fence line with all that brush right there, eating the brush. They pushed the fence completely over, not laid on the ground because there's brush, so it could only go so far, but far enough over into Tony's, I guess what you call Tony's backyard, except I have a brush line there, so I wanted to keep it. I tried to keep it thick there. Sometimes I wish I didn't have to keep it thick, but you know, that's just another story. I just don't want to have to see across there. So yeah, they stood on the fence, pushed it over. The post is broke now. And when I got home, they were already completely out in Tony's, well, they weren't in Tony's yard. They were in Tony's yard, but they were all up in the brush in this back. When I pulled up over there to that gate, it's the first thing I noticed was Frodo standing at the back corner of Tony's house looking at me. And I'm like, what is he doing in here? And then my eye spotted all the other ones all in this brush right there. So I got out of my car. There's a little gate right there between mine and Tony's, like a walk-through gate, little cyclone fence gate. I come through that, opened. I was thinking, I didn't realize they had broke the wire and all that kind of stuff. I thought the gate was left open. And then Tony's usually, I don't usually have to go through it. He usually comes here for something. So, and he forgets to lock it behind him. And it doesn't really bother me because I have nothing in my yard. And he doesn't have, I think his roommate, Zach, has a little dog. But his little dog, Baby, passed away. She was finally, I don't know, about 16 years old. But anyway, here or there, the gate was locked. So I'm thinking, how did they get out? And when I opened the gate and come through and turned to bring them to, you know, let them, because they were following me, and I turned so they could all get through, that I could close the gate, and that's when my eye caught that fence laid over on the side. So I come straight across the yard and put them back out over here in the lane. Took my well, no, that's not true. I got them in the yard. And then I went over and put them in, opened that gate, and they all ran into the lane because, see, they thought they could go on out. But Molly was still locked in the lane. The lane was still closed off. Once they got over there in the lane, I was able to shut my gate here again. So now Molly's through eating. I mean, I'd already gone to the feed store and back. So she's through eating. She wants out, but she's through eating. Now the goats are with her. And I was able to go back to my car and come around and do all I needed to do at the feed room. And then throw out some hay and let them all out to eat together. But at some point during all of this stuff, the only goat that got on this deck, and I'm telling you, baby girl, she's just, I think, you would think she's been here long enough. Molly's a year old. She got here with Molly. She came the day Molly came. So she's been here a year. That she would be accustomed to how we live our life here, but she's got this mentality that she can do things the other ones don't do. If I pick up a stick, them other goats, they haul butt away from me because they know they're going to get a spanking. I pick up a stick, she could care less. She's still going to get into whatever she can get into real quick, real fast. And the whole time looking like she's in a frenzy because she knows, she sort of knows she's going to be in trouble, but she's going to do it anyway. Like that she's that kind of kid. Anyway, so yeah, she knocked this off all this over as on her way back out. She's the only one that managed to get up on the deck, and I think she came because Honey was right behind me. And when Honey ran out, the gate was like sort of had swung open, and she was close enough to get her head in and come on. Got a chicken in the barn over here. Let me know she's laid an egg. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to get in the house. I'm going to check on Katee. Hoping she'll go lay back down and go to sleep. But she's starting to get out of the sleep stage. You know, when babies are first born, newborns, especially ones like her that had a rough start, they tend to sleep a lot. And then that puts them in, oh, is she okay? She's sure is sleeping a lot. But yesterday and today, toward yesterday afternoon and today, she is all over the house, doing all kinds of stuff. She still doesn't have complete. She's getting better on the slick floor, on the laminate. Okay, Mama. Thank you. Anyway, she's getting better on the laminate, but she still will slide down sometimes. And when she does, she can't get herself, she tries to pull her little arms under on her little knees and to come back up, and then she slips with those. And so yeah, then all of a sudden you'll be doing something and you hear her doing a cry, and it's that cry that I'm down and I can't get up cry. And you lift her up and then she's back at it doing something again, and she's just starting to do the hopping, and she's just getting that energy, and she's just adorable. But whew, with her scooting out of her diapers, I don't want to just let her have the house to play in. I mean, I don't mind it if she'd keep the diaper on. She'd go anywhere she wants to, but she keeps scooting out of them diapers. Anyway, I'm gonna get in because this thing's gonna bother me. All right, see y'all later. All right, so I'm back in the house and she's asleep. So I'm gonna finish up this video, get it all ready for you guys, get it out to y'all tomorrow. So love you guys, God bless y'all, and I will keep showing y'all Katie, and I will keep showing you updates on the deck as I work on it. All right, love you guys, God bless y'all. Levi, you wanna say goodbye? You can talk louder than that.
Goodbye.
We talk loud, quiet, so we don't wake up the baby.